Hello and welcome to Only Frames, and today I am dressed to the nines. I am in my tuxedo as today we bring you a final. It's Chris versus Noel. It's a first of 5 and it's the final of our Handicap Cup. Now Noel gets a 2-0 head start against Chris, but don't be put off by that. Noel can play. He's a cup specialist. Like the Wimbledon side in 1989, he knows how to deliver on the cup front. And if he doesn't win, he'll likely crap in your changing room. As I found out recently after I beat him in the league. And today he's playing Chris, who's our defending champion in the format. Chris last time out beat Joe, who's the only player on the channel who can hold a cue apart from Chris and myself. Chris managed to win 5-3 as Noel reeled off 5 frames against cannon fodder Jody to win 5-2. Jody had a 2-0 head start and he's got 2 arms, 2 eyes and 2 legs. That's embarrassing that Jody didn't win from there. But currently Chris is at the table. He's playing the red balls. This should be a belter of a game, although this first frame, from what I remember, isn't great. Let's go over to the action. We're playing 8-ball rules, and this is entertainment from the Ramsgate Rail Pool League Invitational. We're the home of below average 8-ball pool, so let's see if we live up to that bill today. Now, for the first time today, coming to the table is the greatest dressed man on Only Frames. It's Noel himself. As he walked past me, I shook his hand, and that was a privilege for me. The guy looks like 90s referee, the greatest referee of all time, Pearl Luigi Collina, who used to referee in Serie A for all those youngsters too young to remember. He even appeared on the front of FIFA before. That's the influence that guy had on football. But today, can Noel keep Chris in check? Can he keep him at arm's length? Or will Chris whistle away with victory? Noel's coming back to the table after missing earlier, but these reds aren't easy for him. He still has 7 remaining while Chris is down to 1, but he does manage to block that pocket, and he even gets a snooker for good measure. But this is an easy escape for Chris. He manages to hit it up the rear, which is his favourite. As Noel comes back to the table, he'll be looking to pot one as soon as possible, as he doesn't want to expose his dirty shreddies. Those undergarments must be abused. They would be a monstrosity under there. He looks great on the outside, but on the inside, under them clothes, I'm sure it is as dirty as sin. So I, for one, am hoping he pots a ball quickly. He's got 2 over the hole now. Hopefully he takes one as this frame continues on. This is not the start we needed. We're over 3 minutes in and Noel finally pots a ball. Thank Christ. Let's hope this isn't a picture of things to come. But now he's flying like a bus. 2 in a row have come after we waited so long for one. That's 3 in a row, and all of a sudden this is a great chance. But are the 2 reds on the left hand side gonna be problematic? Can he play on them? Is he on the top one now? If he is, that will clear a path for the other, but he can't pot it, bringing Chris back to the table with just the 1 yellow remaining. As Chris comes back to the table, unfortunately for him, the cue ball's too high for him to chip that yellow into the middle. He needed to take it bottom right. He was forcing it to get back on the 8 ball. But this is a real chance for Noel. This could be 3-0, but he can't pot that simple ball. What is going on? Normally Noel delivers when it comes to cup action, but today is the occasion too big for him? I certainly hope not, because I'm sick of Chris winning. The guy remains undefeated in league and cup action since the channel birthed over 2 years ago, and I for one want to see him lose. If he doesn't lose today, we still have the Gold Cup. Although Chris managed to win the league, now after all the league matches are played, we have a gold, a silver and a bronze cup to play. All of those videos, of course, will be available on this channel, so keep your eyes peeled as Noel looks to make it free. He's looking to sink it bottom left. It whites it feet, but it goes in. We move on to the second frame. Noel is 3-0 ahead. Are we witnessing greatness? Let's go as we join the second frame. Chris is at the table. He's looking to sink a yellow, which he does, but the table remains open for some reason. He must have had a shot on a visit, and it remains open still. What is going on here? Neither man wants to confirm what colour they want to be. Noel is surely going to pot one and confirm that he will be the yellow balls, which he manages to do. Let's continue on with the second frame. Noel's at the table and he's finally playing yellows. Now Noel remains at the table. He's playing the yellow balls, and this is a massive chance. This could be 4-0 from absolutely nowhere. Noel would only need one more frame. This is a massive chance. Can he stay composed? He manages to pot that one, and this should be a simple positional shot, but can he then get onto the 8-ball? He's managed to bump into those reds, making it harder than it needed to be. A bit aside, get up the table, pot that yellow into the middle. Man, what are you doing? Noel tries to send it top right, but he's unable to do so, bringing Chris back to the table. Now, Chris is a Liverpool fan, so he knows what it's like to turn round a 3-0 deficit. Liverpool managed to do it against Barcelona. Is he going to be the Divock Origi of the pooling world? He will certainly hope that he can deliver like Divock did himself. Chris comes back to the table. He's playing the reds of his beloved Liverpool, and he's starting to pot. And all of a sudden, for Chris, this looks like a good chance. He looked dead and buried in the frame. If not the match from 4-0, it would have been a mountain to climb. But as the great Miley Cyrus once said, as well as Joe McElderry, for a little bit of knowledge there for you, it ain't about how fast you get there. It ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's a climb. What philosophers they were. Will Chris be working with those words to inspire him to victory? Now only 2 reds remain, and he's going to look to sink that one down to the bottom right. Hold the cue ball, but he needed a bit less angle. This cue ball's going away. Can he hold it for that red into the middle pocket? He's managed to screw in behind it. That's a pretty good shot, and it looks like Chris from nowhere is going to get his first frame on the board. He's going to make it 3-1. He's going to need 4 more to be crowned king of the cup, but Noel's there waiting. He's on 3. It's 3-1 as we join the third frame. As we rejoin the action of the third frame, Chris is at the table playing yellows, trying to sink one to the top right, which he can't do, bringing Noel back to the table. And Noel will be featuring again soon for you. We all love seeing this guy, and we want to give you what you want to see. So he is going to be playing Steve in one of our next matches up, and that's going to be in the Silver Cup semi-finals. As you know, we've played all year round, and after we've played all the league fixtures, it splits off into 3 cups. The top 4 into the Gold Cup, the next 8 into the Silver, and after that we have the Bronze, the no-hopers, but they are also rewarded. It's like a children's sports day where everyone can win a prize. Noel up against Steve. That is coming soon, so keep your eyes peeled, and to never miss a thing, never miss a video that we are posting. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Your interactions are greatly appreciated. We offer below average 8-ball pool, and we try and make you feel better about your own game, as Lou the dog and Brad now is doing on their road to dish campaigns. They're looking to clear the table in the fewest attempts possible. Lou is on about 120 odd by now. It's embarrassing. He still hasn't cleared the table once. And Brad, will he be any quicker than Lou the dog? You're going to need to like and subscribe to find out. They're also available on our TikTok and our Instagram pages as well, where we offer some alternative content. But back to the pool in hand. Noel's at the table. He's looking to double one. He was unable to do it. and I'm going to call it. I believe this frame is going to be curtains. The simplest of plants for Chris, which he manages to do. Now only one yellow remains. The 8's in a great position. Anywhere he leaves a cue ball should be good enough. Little bit of screw back. Going to take it to the bottom left. This is to narrow the deficit to 1. Will it reach? Yes, it will. It's 3-2 and we move on to the fourth frame. As we join the action of the fourth frame, it's Noel breaking with a nice little cut break. We don't see many of them on the channel, but he didn't manage to pot, which is always a problem with a cut break. If you don't pot, your opponent's in, and Chris will be licking his lips. And he loves a good lips a licking, but can he clear up? If any man on the channel can, it is Chris. These yellows are looking all there, but he does have one problem ball. It's that yellow closest to the cue ball. Now, where does that go? What's he going to look to do with it? Does it double into the middle maybe? Will he be looking to free it up as this visit continues? He's going to take this one to the middle pocket, which he does very nicely indeed. Maybe that yellow goes bottom right and Chris has left the angle, or is he going to try and move it? If he tried to move it, he missed it. He'll be disappointed, but he's got second prize and he's still on this one into the middle. But that yellow remains a problem. Can he get to it from this shot here? This will be some shot. It won't feature in our best shots of the month competition because this is a cup game, and that's not good enough anyway, but at least he can see it. Does he go into that bottom right? He's certainly having a look like a giraffe on ice skates. He's unsteady on his feet, but can he be steady when he puts his hand on the table? He may have been steady, but that didn't go, bringing Noel back to the table. 7 reds remain. He'll be looking to pot one as quickly as possible and send the others into the holes as well. That's a good starter for Noel. Now he's running around the table like Tony Drago in his heyday. This guy flies once he gets going. He's never even stopping. He barely chalks his cue. How does he do it? This guy could be good in some of our speed challenges. As ever though, whatever I say, these guys do the opposite. I say you don't chalk off, and obviously he's going to pull his chalk out. I should have known that was coming. Now all of a sudden 3 reds remain. Do either of these two go? What's he trying here? He's trying to cut it to the middle, which he does very nicely indeed. This could be a 4-2 lead. He could be on the hill. This could be one of the biggest shocks in Only Frames history. Not because Noel's a bad player, but because Chris never loses on the channel. I am praying that Noel can change that today, but the pressure's got too much to him. I'm telling you now, that's because he's playing Chris. If he's playing anyone else, he'll never miss that red down to the bottom right, and Chris can't believe his luck. He folded before 2 down, but this is to make it 3 apiece. Can he sink it to the middle? Has it got enough? Yes, it has. We move on to the next frame. As we join the action of the 5th frame, it's Chris at the table. He's playing reds and he's sinking a double into that middle pocket. And I, for one, want to know what's happening. The darts in the background. That's Darren versus Mark. Who's a better Arrowsmith? I don't know. I know for one I am terrible at darts, but I'd love to see a Road to 9 darter from Lou the Dog or from Brad. Would it last longer than their Road to Dish campaigns? Surely it can't last longer than that. What is harder, actually? Just thinking about it now. A 9 darter, a hole-in-one, or a 147 on a pool table. For Brad and Lou, they're all difficult, but what do you think? Get in the comments. I'm saying it now. A 147 is by far the hardest. I don't even know how that's a debate, but watching the darts in the background made me think of it. It's forever asked, but let us know that I'm right in the comments. Chris now, he can't pot this one, and he's actually fouled. Did that reach the cushion? I don't think it did. He's had a chuckle to himself. Noel's got ball in hand, a shot on a visit. He's playing the yellows, and he'll be looking to take an advantage, heading towards the final proceedings of this matchup. Now, these are all there in general circumstances, but today's a final, and Noel has just missed a gimme of a frame last time out. Will that be playing on his mind? I'm not sure it will. Noel's a very composed guy. He's very laid back. He's just enjoying life. But can he bring that to the pool table? Will that be enough to win when it matters most? Chris will fight teeth and nails just to ensure that he gains victory, where the rest of us don't really care. We're there for a good time. Chris is all about the winning. Oh, Look at me. I'm winning pool. I'm good at pool. You loser, mate. Nobody wants to be good at pool. We're just there for the social side. Noel managed to get a snooker onto Chris. One cushion escape. I believe he's flicked it on the way through, although it didn't look like the greatest connection. Not even any correspondence between the two over the potentialness of the foul. Both were happy with that. Both are in their game modes as we speak. Noel tried to develop that tricky yellow on the left-hand rail, but was unfortunate to do so. He managed to make contact, but he didn't manage to free it up. He's left himself a shot. This is kind of a shot to nothing. He shouldn't leave Chris too easy an opportunity if he was to miss, and could gain the hole, but that won't matter as he manages to sink it. This 8 for Noel to get to the hill to take a 4-3 lead. Is it in? Yes, it is. Come on! Are we witnessing greatness? Noel leads 4-3. It's a race to 5, and Chris is at the table. He's playing reds. Come on, Noel, as there's another loo ball. The charity donations are up to £160. This is all due to loo balls and how bad we are, but back to the action we go. Noel's at the table, and he is playing the yellow balls, and he's on the hill. Unlike me, can Noel remain calm as this match comes to its conclusion? I don't think he can win it from here, though. He's got a yellow in the middle of the table, and it doesn't go into that right-hand pocket. And with an angle like that, he's going to have no chance of freeing it up from there. Maybe just look to send this one towards the pocket, keep it there for a later date. He did try and pot it. It wasn't meant to be. Chris comes back to the table. He's got 3 reds rather, to keep him alive in this matchup. He'll be looking to take these out, I am sure. I would guess his red will go into the middle, coming off Noel's yellow. He's got into that a bit much, actually. I think he's still on it. No harm done. Simple rolling, but the transition from that last red onto the 8 ball could be problematic due to the angle he's left. He's just about managed to keep on it. He's going to have a little screw. This is going to be a little too injured down the line to the bottom right for the 8 ball. He's managed to cue into that yellow and not snooker himself. These are where the pressure counts. Can Chris hold his nerve against all the adversities he has faced? Of course he can. We are going to a final frame decider. Chris always delivers when it comes to the tension, when it comes to the drama. This is to be crowned champion of the Handicap Cup. This is the final frame. Noel's at the table. He's playing yellows. Chris is playing reds. Only one man can be crowned champion. Who will it be? Let's find out. As Chris joins the table, the loo ball counter, the charity donations ticks over to 161, which is all going to go to a great cause, which will be announced soon, the charity that we have decided to provide to. But Chris isn't feeling in a charitable mood today, I can assure you of that. He will be all about being crowned champion. He does remain undefeated, and that makes me sick. I, for one, I'm hoping Noel wins. I love an underdog. I love Lou the dog. I love all dogs, and especially the charity dog, who we are forever donating to. Chris was unlucky there. There's another donation. Lubo! Up to 162 we go. This is great. Whoever come up with this idea, it's genius, as it's what we do best. And this is a real chance for Noel. He's got 4 yellows remaining. This is for the title. This is to be crowned king of the cup. He must be able to see this one over the top right-hand pocket. The cue ball comes a bit too far over to the left-hand side. He wouldn't have wanted to be there. I'm sure he would have wanted to be on that middle one first. This is all about position, and this isn't bad. He's got a shot on it. Come on, Noel. Remain composed. Roll this one into the middle. Give yourself a shot. He's left himself a shot. Now it's time for the composure. Deep breath, settle down. Noel doesn't do that. He's straight into it, and that is wide. That was like watching Lou the dog. And will Chris punish him? What can Chris do from here? Is he going to try and pot? Is he going to try and play a safety? This isn't easy. What's he going to do? He's down on the shot as we speak now. He looks to send that top right, and the pressure's getting to both of them. That was absolutely nowhere near, but Chris has got a good cue ball. It's on the left-hand side. Noel's going to look to sink this bottom left, but that's not close enough. Lisa White stays up. It managed to hit the knuckle. Chris comes back to the table. This is a real chance. If that red pots into the top right-hand pocket, I'm calling it. This will be over. Chris won't miss from here, and I've called it wrong as usual. Do I ever call anything right? The drama. This is better than EastEnders, and Noel looks like he's playing Phil and Grant. Chris is going to play a safety. You dirty little rat. That is embarrassing. Boo! Come on, Noel. Clear from here. Get lucky. Fluke the 8 ball somewhere. Get it! It can't do, but the white stays up as well. Presenting Chris the easiest of chances to be crowned King of the Cup for a second year in a row. Simplest of pots to the top right-hand pocket, which he manages to do, and he keeps the cue ball on the table. That was about all that could go wrong in that shot. He's going to roll this one in. The handshake is incoming. Chris is smiling. Noel is happy. He's happy to make a final. Thanks for watching.